Hello, my name is Ernesto Quintero. I was actually did not know what to make this video about. As my final project, I did what any other college freshman student would do: ask ChatGPT. And when I asked ChatGPT, I let it know that I'm 44 years old, uh, full-time student, full-time worker at one of the largest level one trauma centers in Phoenix. And also, I'm a father of three and husband of one wife. But it was pretty challenging. I didn't know what to make this video about, but it said, why don't you make a video? And not literally, but it said, it typed out, why don't you make a video about the older generation going back to school and managing work-life balance and how that turns out. And so I did that. I recorded a couple of days, the drive, 45-minute drive to work in Phoenix, because I live 45 minutes away, the 37 miles one way. I showed a little bit about what I do, what I work. Of course, I can't show everything because HIPAA violations and things like that. But I showed what I could show, and then I used the Blackmagic camera app on an iPhone, and I used an iPhone to shoot it, to kind of show that you don't really need expensive high gear technology to record things in 4K, to record things in high quality. Nowadays, you don't need an expensive camera, which I got into photography during COVID times. And this is very, very expensive. It's a very expensive hobby to get into if it's just a hobby. But it did come in handy when I had to shoot my daughter and my son's graduation from high school. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but my daughter goes to Arizona State University in Tempe, while I attend Arizona State University online. But I enjoy every minute of it, even though it's stressful, even though sometimes I can't put the time in to study as much as I want to because work demands. Sometimes they ask me to work overtime, stay late, somebody calls out, come home, things happen, life happens, unfortunately. One week your child gets sick, another week you're helping them out through a car accident. But anyways, I'm not gonna get into that, but it's just different things that happen. But ultimately, I had a vision ever since I worked at Banner Dale Webb as an analyst. I was put into place as an analyst, not really understanding the full scope of what it means to be an analyst. I just knew through courses in Udemy how to run some Excel spreadsheets and how to run some reports. But when I started communicating with the executive teams, the financial teams, and they were asking me the delta of different things and to compare and contrast the expenses and profits, and I think I got a little bit over my head. And at that point, I decided to, that I have something that I need to educate myself a little bit more, and the university would be very beneficial to me. Of course, there's the doubters and haters out there. And what I have to say is just don't pay attention to them. It doesn't matter what age you are. You could be 44 years like me and freshman at Arizona State University. I love learning. I've always loved learning. But like I said, life happens. And I could not attend school right out of high school. My parents, my dad was a dishwasher. My mom was a housekeeper. There wasn't a lot of opportunities for me to take out a loan to go to school. I ended up going to the military, but because I had no guidance, I wasn't advised on looking into college and looking and pursuing further education. Now that I'm 44 years old, My kids are in their 20s, and my youngest one, in the late teens. I figure, you know what, this is a perfect time because now the children don't demand that much attention from me, and I can dedicate hours to school and to work. And so I'm working on that. Sometimes it could get very, very stressful, but you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm loving every minute of it, even the hard times. But I encourage you, if you're an older generation like me, then you know what? It's never too late. And the ultimate goal is to provide a better opportunity for me and my family, even though my older children are already in their 20s. Still, one, I want to do it for myself. Two, I want to do it for my wife. And three, my mom would be so proud to have a son that graduated from Arizona State University with a bachelor's in computer information systems and a minor in media content creation. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much my story. It started off born in Tempe, lived in Mexico, Guadalajara. It's actually a little city called Ciudad Guzman. I spent 8 years there. My dad decided, you know what, there's no future for us here. Let's go back to the States. So we came back. At 8 years old, I had to learn a whole new language. So English is actually not it's my second language, not my first language. I had to learn currencies. I had to learn how to communicate different cultures. But yeah, no, I'm loving every minute of it, and will not change anything for the world. I get to experience the college life, even if it is online, because I know my ultimate goal is to graduate and provide a better opportunity for myself and my family. But with that being said, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one, hopefully as a graduate student from Arizona State University.